Cougars have heart. You know, it's a big night for us in the community, and it was great to see people turn out, and hopefully it's a great reminder of people taking care of themselves, and we continue to raise awareness of heart disease being the #1 killer of women in the United States, and for people to help with research. And all that. I'm really excited for our seniors, you know, and I thought all 3 of them contributed big in this game. You know, there's been a lot that's been made about the number, the streak, the record, whatever. And, you know, to this team, you know, it was kind of, you know, unfair, I thought, because most of our kids weren't even born, you know, when these so-called numbers started. You know, when the numbers started, it was Dick Rockney with Seattle Times, and I love Dick. He's a great guy and stuff, but he's the one that started this record, the streak stuff, and since he's retired a million years ago, and it's continued to go on. But it's over, it's done, and we want to congratulate Washington. They played a great second half in particular, and we're looking forward to building on our 3 straight. We want to get it up to 4, up to 5, taking it one at a time in the conference. But it's great to start out 3-0 in conference play. Our tough preseason definitely helped us, you know, and we want to get rested up and get ready to go to Seattle. It's going to be another battle.
June, is someone who did so much to build this streak, it must have felt pretty good to give its eulogy out there after the game.
It's, you know, everybody says that, you know, but I'm just glad it's done. I just said it was silly, you know, it's silly. Again, you know, Dick Rockney used to talk to me after every victory and say, you know, what does this mean, 4 in a row, 5 in a row, and I said it means nothing, you know, it means nothing. It's two different teams every time playing, and also now it's done, so now we can talk about something else. Please, please, oh please.
Could you talk about the job Shaylee did for you guys in the second half?
Shaylee had a best game as a Coug, and you know, Lee had to play too many minutes with Tia in the situation she was in with the technical, and made the 4th foul, and all, and she got a little leg weary, and Shaylee was right there, you know, with the O boards to clean it up, and I thought she had 2 great halves, best that she's played, and credit to the front line. I know we talked about this with Arizona State. We've been doing 2 days with the front line since we came back from Christmas. They were not happy with the way they were playing, and they obviously responded big here in the first 3 wins in the Pac-12.
And then could you talk a little about that, being undefeated in conference after the first weekend and a half, what that means right now?
Oh, it's exciting. It's exciting, and school starts, next Monday or something. Hopefully we can get some people back, you know, in town. But the people that were here for Arizona State, that went over ranked Arizona State, Arizona game was a right back and forth game like this was at the end. And obviously the Washington game, we appreciate the crowd that was here, and hopefully they like what they're seeing. They'll continue to come back.
And could you talk a little bit about turning right around and playing the Huskies again as a coach? Is it tough?
Yeah, this is second year in the Pac-12 that we've had this rival situation where we turn around and play each other in the same week, and I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's like anything new, you know, you gotta let it work for a couple of years and decide if you like it or if you don't. But it should make the scouting reports pretty easy, you know. But you know, they're going to be ready. They're going to play much better, you know, and the goal for us is to play much better as well. We didn't do some things that we should have done defensively, especially in the second half with our rotations. They were definitely a step slow. So we've got a lot of work to do, but we're gonna rest them up for a day, and then take a look at the film and show them where we can improve.
Such big games out of.
Close game against Arizona too. Was their message any different as UW was, you know, kind of closing it in and, you know, got within 2, I think, right there.
Yeah. Well, you know, I Sage and Hannah and Brandy, they were great in the huddle. You know, they were kind of like, guys, we've been there before, we're okay, you know, it's a game of runs, you know, great leadership, just like we saw with Arizona game and all. You know, they know that when we were up at Nebraska, for example, both halves was, you know, we were up 18, and both halves Nebraska came back, and we were able to hold serve and win. So it's great to have leaders like those 3, and for them to have the confidence now to say, we're okay, you know, we're okay. Let's go get stops defensively. Let's not let them, you know, get O boards after O boards like they were doing in the first half, and let's get back into, you know, Cougar basketball, and we were able to do it.
We've talked before about, you know, this team being a solid team for you now that you guys have proven it. Mm-hmm. Are the goals or, you know, outlook any different now that you've seen your team, you know, get some significant wins?
Well, we, you know, again, we played an incredible preseason, and we had some good wins there. We had some losses that really taught us a lot, and this team, you know, needed a break. They needed a Christmas break. The coaches needed a break. We all needed a break. We traveled an awful lot in the preseason. Honolulu, Provo, you know, Nebraska, Dayton, Ohio. I mean, we were all over the place, and I thought we were a little bit leg weary towards the last 3 games of preseason. But the interesting thing was that this team came back after Christmas break so excited to get into the Pac-12 race and so confident about it. And it was really fun to see that. And then on top of that, they took the challenge of doing the two-a-days, the two-a-day practices, which some kids, you know, they would just roll their eyes and think, you know, whatever, you know, as the coach is crazy or something like that. But they embraced it. And, you know, it really showed. Hannah Potter had 6 boards in 8 minutes the other night in that big win, and she had the big O board. Shaylee, obviously, Sage playing well. Mariah Cooks had a great game against Arizona State. So we just have to just keep getting better. Our goals don't change. It's, you know, compete, communicate, and make sure that, you know, that every time we step out on the court, whether it's in practice or game, film, whatever, that we are learning and growing.
Taylor came back. What was her injury?
Yeah, Taylor Edmondson has been out 5 weeks with a concussion, and we have dearly missed her. As you guys, if you saw the Nebraska game, she was MVP of the game. There's no doubt. Came off the bench, played lights out game. She only has practiced 1 full practice, and that was yesterday. And I thought we got good 5 minutes out of her the first half. Second half, she looked like most kids would look after not playing and practicing. So kind of a quick hook on her, if you will. But I wanted to give her that second chance out there, and also with Tia in foul trouble the way she was. But Brandy Thomas played well, and so it will be awesome to get Caldera, Presley, Edmondson, and Thomas all back in that rotation, because that's a rotation where we're pretty good.
A really big discrepancy in the number of free throws shot by each team. Is that just reflective of their styles of play or something else?
Yeah, I don't know. I was surprised early how much we were going to the line. It's kind of been the other way for us. But, you know, I don't really know. I'm going to have to back and, you know, look at the film tonight and see, you know, what's going on. But I thought our rotation slowed down. Washington did a great job of spacing the floor of the second half and putting their shooters in the corners and in some key places that made us a little bit late. But, you know, we can't be late when we get over there and play this weekend.
June, a couple of years ago, you know, you start 3-0 in conference.
Yeah.
Last couple of years, you've won some games in the Pac-12 tournament. Now you beat Washington. Do you see these as sort of steps as where this program is going to go?
Yeah. I mean, just starting out in conference. I mean, this is the #1 RPI conference in the country, right, Jade? Is that correct? I mean, I know they've been throwing that up there on TV, and so every night you got a battle. But I think we have the leadership now, and we have the talent now to understand that you have to come out and play for 40 and get it done. And when we're healthy, you know, with Evanson coming back, our inside game is improving. We can beat anybody, and so we'll use this as a confidence builder, obviously, and we'll keep growing and keep improving.
And, you know, they sort of mentioned it, and you mentioned it a little bit playing in Seattle later this week. Does this week take a lot out of the team emotionally to have a rival week like this?
We'll see. You know, we'll see. Time will tell on that. But the biggest thing I think right now is just getting these guys rested up. You know, physically, emotionally, you know, mentally, all that is going to be important. But we'll definitely we'll get them off their legs tomorrow. We'll do some treatments. We'll do some film, and we won't go till the next day. And we'll see where they're at, you know, when they come back. Yeah, but what my guess would be right now was Sage and Brandy and Hannah. They're not going to let anybody rest on their laurels. I mean, these guys are hungry seniors and good leaders.
You guys good with Coach?
Good.
You guys, thanks.